Podcast Network Asia.
Hey guys, welcome back to Small Talk, small conversations with huge impact. Now exclusively on Spotify, powered by Anchor. And if this is your first time, I just want to say thank you so much for listening to the podcast. I appreciate you a lot, and I hope that you enjoyed this episode. If you do, go ahead and check out the other amazing episodes that we have here on the show. If this is your nth time, if you're a listener of the podcast, then welcome back to the show. I hope and I really pray that you're finding growth, success in your life. And I'm just so happy that you guys are still here, invested in yourself, learning more on how you could grow as a person. And for this episode, I do want to share with you a lot of things that I feel like could add into your growth, especially if you're someone who's, into the relationships area. And naalala ko noon, I always talked about relationships. So nagsimula ako mag-TikTok, and then I kind of shifted into personal development. But this is still something that I really love talking about, especially when it comes to couples as well. I really enjoy talking to couples. And for this episode, it's going to be me. But for this episode, I'm going to be talking about different subtle ways of, subtle hints to know that a person might be into you. And it's a really exciting episode. But before that, I do want to just share that if you're someone who's really into personal development, then go ahead and come and join my exclusive community down below. You may check all of the perks of the membership down below in the link down below. Go check that out. And of course, if you want to buy my book, the link is also down below. And yeah, the reason why I created this episode, first of all, we all know it's the love month, right? And since February ngayon, marami talaga tayong napapaisip, no? Are we having, lalo na pag, I don't know kung ako lang nakakaramdam nito, pero like when you get closer to Valentine's, it seems like you become more conscious of the relationships that you have, or maybe even the love that you have or you're sharing with other people. And maybe it's just a great time for us to reflect as well on where we are with the relationships with other people. And so for the people who are into relationships, who are in a relationship right now, maybe you could use this episode as a sign to see which of the boxes ang nache-check mo pa, no? Kahit na kayo na, is nararamdaman mo pa rin he or she is still expressing love in these subtle ways. And maybe if you're someone naman na single, tapos either may nagpaparinig sa'yo or gusto mong iparinig sa isang tao na you're into them, na may gusto ka sa kanila, maybe you can use this episode for you. And first of all, pure disclaimer, I really believe that communication is key. Like, you gotta learn how to communicate your feelings. You gotta learn how to say it and express it and let people know when you have feelings for them. Wala namang mawawala, right? And but for some people, is hindi madali yun. So, and maybe yung ibang tao, no, you're in a what we call situationship, na hindi ka sigurado kung kayo ba talaga, may gusto ba talaga sa'yo itong taong to. This could also be your check-up points or checkpoints to decide whether you are actually leading into something more or you're just assuming as well. So kung hindi niya ginagawa yung mga bagay na i-discuss natin ngayon, maybe check kung may kapupuntahan ba talaga. And if meron naman sa inyo, then maybe you could also classify that as okay, no? Baka may mga kaibigan kayo or mga best friends kayo biglang nagpaparinig. This is your chance to really catch them, to see if they're into you or not. And so I want to start off with the first subtle hint or first sign that a person is into you. No, the first sign is a person, when he or she pays attention to you. Now, I know it's kind of a cliche, pero more Right now we're living in a world of attention. It's a battle of the attention right now, especially with what we have on social media. Kung sinong pinaka nakakakuha ng attention mo, yun yung priority mo. Okay? So, if your priority is, your social media, your attention will always be on social media. If your priority is a person, then you also put attention or give or pay attention to that person as well. Right? If she's always listening to you when you speak, if when you're with them, you are in a space of you're just listening to that person, you're just being with that person, and they're actually paying attention to you. Like, they're also paying attention to the details. Kahit yung mga maliliit na bagay na aalala nila. Okay? So, kapag ang tao nagpe-pay attention sa detail, medyo may extrang effort yan. So, that's a subtle way or a subtle hint as well, no, na may gusto nga sa'yo ang isang tao. And I remember, for me, especially for me, isa sa mga love language ko, or ang main love language ko, is actually quality time. And aside from quality time, it's not just how long I want to spend time with the person, but it's actually the quality of the time that I spend with the person. So for example, it really matters to me na when a person is talking to me, nakababa ang cellphone, hindi nanonood. Pagkausap ko ang isang tao, kausap ko talaga isang tao. And when I am paying attention to you, and I saw this sa mga taong, sa mga taong gusto nila yung isang tao, nakikita ko rin, and they're really paying attention to them because it matters to them. Versus sa, bahala na, dyan lang naman siya. Hindi mo masyadong papansinin. Right? If the person is paying attention to you, the chances are, it's a sign that they are into you. Now, of course, pag sinabi ba na, pure disclaimer as well, if, for example, it's a sign, take it as a sign. Okay? What do I mean by that? First of all, take it as a sign, meaning it's not a truth, but it's a sign leading you to a bigger truth. Second of all, don't ignore the signs. It's a sign for a reason. Pinakita yung sign na yun sa'yo kasi yan na talaga deep inside yung gusto mong or yung nag-a-align yung soul mo. Okay? So, take these signs as seriously as you can as well. The second, aside from paying attention to you, the second sign or hint that a person might be into you is they make an effort to spend time with you. And when I say, I think may pinanood akong series nun sa Itaewon. And sa last scene ng Itaewon, sabi nung bida na, you wanna go out? Let's go out. Do you have a busy schedule? Tapos binaba niya yung pen niya. No, I don't have a busy schedule. Let's go. Pero nung nakita yung schedule niya, sobrang dami. Sobrang puno. A person you would know, a person that is into you, if they would be willing to drop work and all the other priorities just to be with you. Lalo na kung physically yan. No, hindi lang tawag. Pwede ring tawag, no? Pag, sige, you're calling, okay, labas ako meeting, let me answer that call. Or if you're in the area, pupuntahan kita. Right? If I will make time for you, then chances are I like you. If I am willing, if you are willing to spend time with a person and drop all the other areas in your life, not forever but all I'm saying is, if willing kang mag-cancel, mag-adjust ng priorities para sa isang tao, that's a hint. That's a sign that a person is into you. So, maybe look at your suitors or the people that you're hanging out with. Sino sa mga taong to ang talagang willing mag-cancel at gumawa ng paraan para makasama ka lang? Kasi, time is a much more valuable asset than money. Yung iba naisip na, pag pinagastusan ko to, mahal na ako nito. No. But if you say na binigyan ka niya ng oras, mas mahalaga yun. Kasi ang pera, mababalik mo yan. Ang oras, hindi na. So if a person spends time with you, then chances are they are into you. Or maybe, it's a special friend lang talaga. But I truly, truly believe that if you're seeing someone and you're looking at them as a potential partner and they're doing this, they're also into you. Okay, the third one is he or she laughs at your jokes. So, If a person finds you funny, kahit minsan hindi ka naman talaga nakakatawa, then chances are they are into you. Why? Is because when you're laughing with them, no, it just means you're having fun. It just means you're feeling safe with them. It just means that you love the space, you love the vibe, and you just want to be there, with that person. So if you're laughing and you're trying to make jokes and you're, and they're really into the joke itself, kahit na sila lang talaga yung nakakatawa. Minsan ganun, no? Minsan parang, kahit hindi nakakatawa sa ibang tao, pero sa kanya nakakatawa, chances are, they like you or they're into you. Okay. So the fourth sign or the fourth subtle hint na a person is into you if they are touching you. Syempre with consent. Hindi na pwedeng wala. Pero yung medyo nagiging parang physical na siya sa'yo. So chances are they're really into you kasi if they allow a certain level of physical interaction, that means, or sila mismo nag-initiate ng physical interaction, that means they feel safe with you. And if they feel safe with you, it's also a sign that they're into you. Kasi if hindi ka naman talaga gusto niya, hindi niya hayaan na, magkaroon ng physical na lalo na kung hug, right? Or yung mga, tap, mga ganyan friendly taps. Not saying that you should look everything as a sign. Parang sabihin, lahat na lang sign. No, not saying that. But you would know that if a person goes out of his way, na minsan kahit hindi siya ma-physical touch, pero bigla kanyang tinapik, bigla kanyang hinawakan, bigla kanyang, you would know eh. You would know in that single touch na kung if a person is really into you. And funny thing, no? I don't want to, share this on the podcast, pero one thing that I kind of discussed, I think, with one of my friends, doon sa work ko, parang napag-usapan namin na, when you touch a person from time to time, subconsciously they trust you. So when pansinin niyo yun, minsan yung may mga tao na manghihingi ng favor sa'yo, may pahawak pa yan. Like, friend, kaya nahahawakan ka pang ganyan, right? Kasi the physical touch, subconsciously, you kind of trust that person when you allow them to touch you. Right? So, if I want you to trust me, then I'm gonna need you to just, touch you from time to time to have that physical interaction para, magkaroon tayo ng malinaw na hindi lang tayo friends, usap-usap lang. No, there's physical interaction involved. Light and casual physical contact, such as a touch on the arm or even on the touch on the shoulder, can indicate that she's comfortable with you and wants to establish a connection. So yeah, that's the fourth one. No, merong physical touch na involved. Number 5, she or he compliments you. So isa yan, no? Pag isa yan sa mga madadaling sign na makita na nagpaparinig sa isang tao na hindi nga I'm into you. Kapag grabe yung compliment nila. No? And pansin nyo to guys, it's all in alignment with love languages. So, kapag ang tao talagang hindi lang nagbibigay ng affirmation, paminsan-minsan kahit hindi pa siya madaldal, pero laging napapansin yung mga maliliit na bagay, tapos kino-compliment ka. Like, ang ganda ng ganito mo, ang galing mo magganto, bagay sa'yo to, yung mga ganyang compliments na parang, that's a sign na usually yung mga tao hindi naman talaga ganun yung ginagawa, but if they're really into complimenting you, they want to make you feel, they want you to make you feel good about yourself. And that's a great sign kasi that's also something that I am looking for sa isang partner, a person that can affirm me, a person that can boost me up, boost my confidence up, and not drag me down and try to hold me down. Right? So if a person compliments you, that's a great sign.
Hey, if you are a podcaster that needs a place to record and be assisted by the best podcast producers, you can book your studio time at studios.podcastnetwork.asia to get the best podcast experience like us. Soon, we will also be live streaming and recording our episodes with a live audience so you can interact with me and my guests as we record live. Slots are limited, so get access now at pnalive.com, and we'll see you in our next recording session.
Next sign, no? A sixth sign is they mirror your body language. So, hindi nila namamalayan na minomodel na pala nila or minomodel na nila yung actions nila sa'yo. So, if for example, ako, I like you and you like to eat, let's say, banana sundaes. I don't know if that's even a thing. But for me, like, okay, I also like to try that. I also want to try that kasi I'm mirroring your body language. Kung hilig mo magde-4 and I like you, then chances are my body subconsciously will try to do the thing that you're doing kasi nga I want to establish a connection with you. So if my body is mirroring your body language, then that's a great sign that the person is into you talaga. Whether it's consciously done or subconsciously done. Because that's basically you building a rapport. No, that's basically you building a rapport with someone. If nagmi-mirror kayo ng body language, that's you establishing a connection with that person. Okay, so the seventh one is she finds excuses to text or call you. If she frequently reaches out to you, even for small or seemingly inconsequential reasons, it could be a sign that she wants to keep in touch and is into you. So, kapag, laging nag-hi sa'yo, laging nag-hello sa'yo, kahit na yung tanong naman nila is pwede nilang i-search sa Google or gusto nila, kaya naman nilang sagot, alam naman talaga nila yung sagot, but they want to get your opinion on it, no? This is a sign that they just want to spend more time with you and talk to you and get to know you more kahit na alam mo naman yung gagawin na nila. Alam na nila yung sagot nila dun sa tanong nila. They want to know your perspective of it because they want to know you better. Right? So if a person asks a lot of questions or asks questions more, then chances are, they are just trying to connect with you as much as they can. The eighth reason is they make an effort to look good around you. Ayan. Isa to sa mga Pansinin nyo rin, yung mga manliligaw nyo, minsan ganun talaga. Sa simula, grabe pumorma, grabe bumihis, pero pag tumagal-tagal na parang, wala. But if you're someone in that space na you're asking yourself, ano ba, nagpaparinig ba sa akin ito? Gusto ba talaga ako nito or hindi? This is one of the great signs. If they dress up for you, if they want to look good for you, then chances are they like you. They're into you. Kasi for example, I remember nung nagsisimula kami ni YM, yung mga damit ko talaga pinalitan ko kasi ang galing niya manamit. So nung nakita ko magaganda yung mga damit niya, sabi ko sa sarili ko, kailangan maganda rin yung mga damit ko kasi I want her to like me. Right? And is that a bad thing? No, I don't need your approval. I just want your approval. There's a difference, right? But if you basically know na this person, feels good about themselves because they dress good, might as well, ikaw rin, you dress good as well. I'm not sure if the episode is out, but we talked all about it sa isang episode with Mikey Reyes, si Tito Mikey, pag na-meet niyo siya. Listen to that episode and you'll be amazed on how you could boost your confidence, boost your self-esteem through different action steps as well. So check that out. But that's a great sign. If a person wants to improve, whether internally or externally because of you, then chances are they like you, right? Of course, don't assume na they're doing it just for you. They're doing it for them, but you just inspire them. So if a person dresses up good, then that's also a sign or a subtle hint that they are into you. Okay, the number 9 is they bring up shared interests. Yung lagi naghahanap ng common ground. Like they know, like you like hiking, then I'm gonna always bring up hiking with you. They know that you listen to this type of music. I'm gonna share a playlist with that music on it, or I'm gonna share my interpretation of the song on that artist or that song. The point is, if they are always looking for a common ground where you could have something to converse on, then chances are gusto ka nila. No? Pansinin mo yun, yung mga magagaling magsalita, talagang parang di kayo nauubusan ng topic kasi parehas kayong may pinag-uusapan na nakaka-relate kayo parehas. Pero, no, nakaka-relate kayo parehas, it just also means na one thing that it may also mean is that they just really love spending time with you. And if they could spend time with you more, they would feel better about themselves. The 10th one, no, is if they get nervous around you or they get blush around you. Ako, kahit na medyo tumatagal na kami ng months ni YM, kinikilig pa rin ako guys talaga pag naririnig ko yung pag nakikita ko siya or I or she's doing something for me, I still feel na it's like nagde-date pa rin kami. Okay? And I blush when I'm with her. And I'm assuming as well that people, when they're blushing or they're nervous, kahit na nervous bakit? Kasi if you're nervous, that means you don't want to fuck this up. Tama? If you're nervous, that means you care about this. And if it's important for you, then chances are you are into that person. Okay? So pansinin niyo yan. May mga tao ba sa buhay mo na gusto nilang iparinig sa'yo na, oops, no, I care for you because my body is nervous right now. My body blushes when I'm with you or when you're with that person. If they get shy, they get flustered, that means ayaw nila mag-fail basically when they're around you. That's why they blush. And most likely, they're just really attracting or they just have a huge attraction for you. Yeah, that's another subtle sign na pwedeng pinaparinig na ng mga tao sa paligid mo kung na gusto nila pala, not kung na gusto ka nila, na they are into you. It's important to keep in mind that all of the things that I shared with you are just kind of subtle hints or signs. It's not the truth. Okay? Your obligation is to verify these and to make sure that you just don't check the box and say, okay, they're into me. Of course, communication pa rin na mahalaga. If you're able to communicate with that person, edi mas madali. No? Lalo na kung gusto ka naman talaga nila, tanungin mo na lang, gusto mo ba ako? Right? Maybe you could go on a date and just ask that person kasi when you have clarity, the anxiety around it will disappear. If you have clarity, you will move in the direction that you want to move in, mainly because it's clear for you kung ano ba talaga yung gusto mo. Okay? And magagawa mo lang yun kapag merong communication and comprehension na involved. And I hope that this podcast is nakatulong to sa inyo and kahit pa paano nabigyan kayo ng insights na para malaman, okay, gusto na pala ako nitong taong to. Okay? Nagpaparinig tong taong to na may gusto siya sa akin kasi etong mga signs na to nakikita ko sa taong to. So might as well have a sit down with them and communicate. And so that's all for this episode. I hope that you enjoyed this episode. If you do, go ahead and check out the other amazing episodes that we have here. Give it a rating, a 5-star rating if you like it. Give it a follow of it, of course. And if you do like it, go ahead and share this with your friends, with your families, or online on Instagram. Don't forget to tag me at Alec Cuenca on IG. And that is all for our episode. Again, announcements are down below if you want to be a part of my exclusive community. Link down below. If you want to buy the book, link down below. And of course, something that I do want to share with you is that I will also be launching another podcast soon with, of course, you guessed it, my girlfriend Yanni, and we're gonna do a podcast together and we're gonna talk about a lot of amazing stuff. So hopefully you guys can check that out. I'm gonna link that below as well. And yeah, maraming salamat sa pakikinig. This is Alec. This is Small Talk. Small conversations with huge impact. Now exclusively on Spotify, powered by Anchor. And again, always remember that you are loved, you are enough, and you are more capable than you think. Peace, and see you guys in the next episode.
The views and opinions expressed by the podcast creators, hosts, and guests do not necessarily reflect the official policy and position of Podcast Network Asia, the hosts of the program, or other programs of the network. Any content provided by the people on the podcast are of their own opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, or anyone or anything.